Hey gang, welcome to another episode of the Distinctly Daryl podcast. I'm your host, Daryl. We're keeping it real distinct over here. This is a new episode. What is today's date? It's Monday the 26th of March, which means nothing. I think Easter's coming up, which should be cool, because I don't have to go to church, because Easter service is very annoying and difficult to get into, because everyone and their brother decides to go to church on Easter, and it takes forever to find parking and seating, and it's always super loud, and it goes very long. But that's not the point. It's not why I came here to discuss. That's what I didn't come here to talk about. This is an Easter podcast. Okay. I'm here to talk about movies, TV shows, music, and other shit that I like, and some shit that you like. I was supposed to have a guest on today, and return my messages. I'll probably add them in post, and we'll have the interview portion of this episode added later. So my guest today would be, or hopefully is going to be, a classmate of mine, who I think is a pretty swell person. Her name is Jasmine Habis, and we're going to have her on the show and just talk about whatever's interesting to her, what's going on with her and her life. She's a fifth year, and I don't want to get into too much about it, so we have a lot to talk about during the interview, but it should be pretty cool. I'm in the school studio today, so the sound quality is a lot better, plus I have my own mic at home, so everything should be pretty crystal clear as far as quality of the podcast and just overall sound. And editing is also a lot easier because I have GarageBand, so this has been a very productive use of time and of my day. So I'm very excited about that. Hopefully, later today, I'll try and get her on the show if she's not busy, which should be cool. Things I'm hoping to be able to bring up are, we took 2 politics classes together, so I try and get her personal views on politics and where she comes from and her background. She's a senior. I think she graduates this summer, so I'd ask her how she feels about the school, what's her take on the administration and the faculty, and whether or not she thinks it'd be worth it to transfer. And then I think we'll dive right into movies, TV shows, what type of music they listen to, and then just other funny anecdotes. Just so we can, set the tone of the show. I think I'm shooting for a minimum of 30 minutes for the interview. 30 minutes to an hour at the very most, because I think I can fill up enough time doing this pre-show to do to have an hour and 30. Shout out to Spreaker if you want to do a podcast or anything out there. Your first, I think, 20 hours of recording are free, and then after that, it's $5 a month for 100 hours, which I think is fair, and also you get 45 minutes a day of unlimited live broadcasting. So they'll broadcast your show live. I haven't tried that yet, so I don't know exactly where you would be shooting it out from or how you would send it to people, but that's a pretty neat feature, I think. 100 hours and 45 minutes of live streaming. That's kind of difficult to beat. So I have a new intro that I've been working on, and I think I'm going to get a Mac this summer just so I can have GarageBand at home so I can work a lot faster on editing, because I use Audacity when I work at home, and it's not terrible, but it's definitely not the most user-friendly interface. What else? Alright, gang, welcome back to another episode of Distinctly Daryl. It's me, your boy, Daryl, kicking it with you once again. We're messing around out here on the podcast. I got a new toy. It's a Novation Launch Key Mini, and it's basically a drum pad and a keyboard piano, so you can load up all the different types of samples you want. You're probably hearing all the different sounds I'm messing around with in the background. Don't worry, it's going to get turned down so you won't hear it as loud, but it's a new toy for me, so I've been messing around with different things I can do with it and all the different samples I can load up. Hopefully I can try and download some ad-libs from rappers, because I think that'll be really fun. So yeah, yesterday I was supposed to have a guest on. We were still working out the scheduling. I think they're going to be on here later today at 2. It's currently 11, so right now I'm just knocking out the pre-show doing some warm-ups. I'm going to try and see what they want to do for Song of the Week, because whenever I have a guest on, it's nice to let them pick Song of the Week. I don't want to have the sample ready so I can download it and then play it for you guys so you can hear what the Song of the Week is, so you can go check it out. Give that artist some clout. And yeah, the show's sounding really good. I've listened to the last couple of minutes, again, just messing around in here, and it sounds pretty nice. So I think as long as everything goes according to plan, she'll be in here later at 2 when we'll be discussing, her journey through San Marcos in school, and then, getting into her background a little bit, and then we'll be talking about just life, man. TV, what's going on in society, where she stands on the whole Trump thing, how she feels about the election, if she thinks she's getting gypped, and, who knows, we might come up with a cool beat and start freestyling. Yeah, it's just really fun to mess around with the thing, so I'm sorry if it gets a little annoying. I'm going to probably keep using it. Once I get better at it, it'll be a permanent addition to the podcast. Once again, thank you guys for listening, all the love and support. We're getting more views on episodes, but it doesn't show plays. It says I have 4 plays out of all my episodes, on-demand plays, but I've got 55 downloads for the episodes. The earlier ones don't have as much love, which is fine by me, but the other ones have... the other ones are doing pretty well, I think. The recent review and All American Badass are doing very well as far as how many people have listened to it and downloaded it. Because they're at 10. So I think each one of those... I count the downloads as plays, because that just means you took it offline or something. I'm going to check it again. But yeah, thanks for listening and checking this thing out. And if you like it, tell your friends, have them listen to it, and we can keep it going. I'm still waiting for people to DM me questions and, other things they want me to talk about on the show, but, it's all good. I don't really care. Oh, shoot, my plays went up. That means Origin Story got more plays. Let's get it. Origin Story is the actual first episode of this podcast ever. It's the pilot flagship episode. It's the first one I did, and I really like that episode because it's very near and dear to my heart. It's just, it's extremely distinct, and it's 100% Daryl. Alright, I'm going to unmute this so I can hear what I'm doing. And, play along with... Ooh, shit. I'm gonna go to drum pad and see what I can do. Hit up the drum kit. Can I hear it? Can you guys hear this shit? It's reading on the screen, so you guys can definitely hear it. You should be able to hear it. Should I be going down? No, I'm sure. I'm sure it's playing. Got an electronic drum kit. I don't know why I can't hear it. Why can't I hear it? I know it's reading it. Okay, wait. Let me pause the recording. Hello. Welcome to another episode. No, fuck. Why do I keep introducing? That's just my brain being dumb. I don't know what I'm doing with the drums. I'm just trying to flex. Oh shit, I should be talking, huh? Fuck. I was recording something for Twitter, because I'm flexing the launch key. I'm still waiting on Jasmine, because I'm just knocking out some more pre-show stuff. I might miss a class just so I can fill the 30 minutes, and then show up to that class a little bit later. Damn, that sucks. Audacity is being real fucky. But those other guys' podcast. Oh, fuck, I forgot to mention. Yeah, I was on another podcast, the Half Grown podcast, run by Nick Picnic on Twitter, and Ryan. Was it Ryan? No, it wasn't Ryan. Fuck. It was Andrew. Andrew, and he's BlueSteel45 on Twitter. Those guys are really cool. It was a very fun podcast. You guys should definitely check that one out. It's a lot better produced than this one. But they don't have this cool-ass toy, so they can't knock out fun little beats. So they won't be able to freestyle like me. But, yeah, it was cool. We knocked out about an hour and 45 minutes on the show. And they had this other guy there, Dom, at _Dom Goblin on Twitter. I think he was pretty cool, too. He's one of Nick's coworkers. That's Trips. I'm sorry. I'm hungry, so that's just what that sound's going to be. Well, ASMR for you ASMR weirdos. We talked about that a lot on the Half Grown show, too. How's that sound? Was that good ASMR? Did that sound good? I hope us in, so we're good. All right, welcome. My guest finally arrived. Here is the lovely and talented Jasmine Habis.
Woo! Hi, everyone.
All right, welcome. So what did you think of the first time you listened to the show?
So the first time I listened to the show, which was last night, to be completely honest, it was really cool. I really enjoyed your musical intake because I think I like when people like West Coast rap because, or East Coast rap, my apologies, East Coast rap because I've only been around West Coast rap, so I get like super intimidated almost, like, oh, like what's East Coast? Like I don't even know what that's about. So really interested, and I know that you take a lot of like the same classes, like poli-sci classes, and we're in college, by the way. So I know you take a lot of those classes. So when you started talking about like Syria, current events, I was like, money. Okay, so we could definitely have some good conversations. But very interesting. I like where you're going. I like the conversation aspect that you got.
Yeah, it's all meant to be very comfortable for the guests, so that they don't get weird talking in front of a microphone. You're like the first person from school who's ever been on it. It's usually all of my friends from back home. Okay. You're the first person from San Marcos to be on it.
Where's home?
Victorville, in California. It's like in between LA and Las Vegas.
Oh, Victorville. Dude, isn't that at the bottom of Big Bear Mountain?
Yeah, it's like 40 minutes away from Big Bear.
Yeah, like from the bottom of the mountain, you just have to go
up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so a lot of people, like all my friends live back there, and they go to like the same school, and they all work at the same hardware store. So like all of them get to hang out forever, and I'm just sort of down here, which is fine. It's all cool. But yeah, your first one, because I don't trust anyone. Like I don't want anyone to listen.
Okay, that's good. I'm down. I like it.
I don't want to have to answer for things I say on here to people around here, and that's why I don't tell people about it at school.
Okay, no, I feel that. So what's your like audience base? Like where do you want it to?
I don't know. I just want people to like listen to it and then tell their friends about it.
Okay, so like-minded people.
Well, like-minded people are people who just like podcasts. Because a lot of people, when I first started doing it, they said, like, I do this when I listen to it while I do chores, or when I'm just, like, driving around, which is usually when I listen to podcasts.
Yeah, same.
It's just, like, long drives, it's like, oh, this is an hour and 45 minutes. That's about as long as it takes me to get there. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I'm just looking for a good audience that'll, like, just keep listening, because I do it for free. I don't care about money or anything. It's just a fun little hobby.
Yeah.
And I have another one that I'm going to do for a creative writing class called Your Boy JC. It's basically a podcast run by Jesus Christ, and he interviews other gods.
Are you Jesus Christ?
Maybe.
Okay.
If I make myself Jesus, if I can't find anyone to play Jesus.
No, I think you should be Jesus.
It'll be really fun to have people, like, because I have to cast, like, the devil, Xenu, Buddha, and all these other people to, like, be, because it's only going to be 8 episodes for the project, and they're all going to be, like, 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to have, like, a bit where Jesus answers, like, fan mail or, like, letters for advice, and he makes it all about him. So it's like, oh, you're getting bullied at school? Well, one of my friends sold me out for 2 pieces of silver, so I know a lot about bullying.
Oh, okay. So it's just him reaching out to the people again, like, see how you fucked me earlier? Okay.
Yeah.
I see it.
Like, he's kind of a dick. Like, he's not a great Jesus.